For months, India and United States have been saying the same thing. The deal is almost ready. We are very close. Final discussions are underway. But here's what's strange. The deal still doesn't exist. No signatures, no announcement, no official agreement. So what's going on? If both countries want this trade deal, who's holding it back? Is it India? Is it America? Or is there something much bigger happening behind the closed doors? Because this isn't just another trade negotiation. The answer could decide who gets the manufacturing business the world is taking away from China. Let's rewind. The idea of this deal gained momentum in February 2025 when Prime Minister Narendra Modi met US President Donald Trump in Washington. The objective was simple: reduce trade barriers, increase market access, strengthen economic ties, and eventually take bilateral trade to nearly $500 billion. And since then, negotiators have met repeatedly. And after the latest round of talks in New Delhi, both governments once again said they had made substantial progress. Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal even described the deal as very, very close. Which brings us back to the same question. If it's so close, why isn't it signed? At first glance, it may seem like India is delaying the agreement. But that's only part of the story. India isn't refusing a trade deal. It's refusing the wrong trade deal. According to Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal, India will sign only when it secures a clear tariff advantage over competing manufacturing nations. And that's crucial. Because India's real competition isn't America. It's Vietnam, Thailand, Bangladesh, Malaysia, Mexico, and even China. If Indian exports face the same US tariffs as these countries, then global companies have little reason to shift manufacturing to India. But if India gets lower tariffs, it becomes a far more attractive destination. That's the advantage New Delhi is negotiating for. But tariffs aren't the only hurdle. Agriculture remains one of the toughest issues. The United States wants greater access for its farm products. India is cautious because agriculture supports millions of livelihoods. Opening the market too quickly could hurt Indian farmers. At the same time, India also wants certainty. It wants assurance that once a deal is signed, the tariff benefits won't disappear after a policy change. Businesses invest for decades. They need predictable trade rules before committing billions of dollars. But here's the interesting part. India isn't the only reason this deal is taking time. Washington has challenges of its own. The Trump administration wants to offer India preferential tariff treatment. But parts of its wider reciprocal tariff framework have faced legal hurdles in the US. That means American officials are also working through how to legally implement the concessions being negotiated. So, the delay isn't one-sided. Both countries are still trying to close the final gaps. So why are both countries still pushing so hard? Because this deal is about much more than tariffs. For decades, global manufacturing revolved around China. Today, companies are looking to diversify their supply chains. India wants to become the biggest alternative manufacturing hub. And the United States wants a trusted economic partner in the Indo-Pacific. That's why this agreement isn't just about selling more goods. It's about reshaping global supply chains. And that's now the biggest question. Because the truth is, no official signing date has been announced. For now, both the governments are working towards an interim trade agreement. The bigger and more complex issues can be negotiated later under a broader trade pact. According to Piyush Goyal, India will sign only when it secures a meaningful tariff edge over competing economies. Until then, negotiations will continue. So yes, the India and US trade deal has been delayed, not because negotiations have collapsed or because either country has walked away, but because both sides want the deal. Both sides know what's at stake. They are just simply trying to secure the best possible terms before signing. And when those final differences are resolved, this won't just be another trade agreement. it could become one of the biggest economic milestones in India and US relations. Because, in the end, this isn't just about trade, it's about who gains the upper hand in the next chapter of the global economy. For more such insightful coverages, keep watching DNA. This is Ritu.